In general terms, quality is almost impossible to define. It's something to do with the goods and services that have one or more attributes we value. We all recognize quality when we see it, and we certainly know when it's missing. In the healthcare manufacturing industries of the 21st century, there are several attributes that contribute to quality, and they're all associated to the manager who coordinates the activities of the team, which may draw its members from some or all of the disciplines, and all of whom should be fully trained in the principles and practices of auditing. An audit team may comprise people from production, purchasing or materials management, logistics, engineering, chemistry, microbiology, and validation. Wherever possible, an auditor must be fully prepared and thorough. He or she must be objective and reasonable, must ask open questions. All quality systems rely on a predetermined sequence of events that are fully documented naturally into two categories, starting with instructions or what has to be done, followed by records or what has been done. Unfortunately, it's a human condition that if the sequence of events is not documented precisely, then the required repeatability of those events, 100% accurate every time, is unlikely to happen. One purpose of an audit is to determine if a systematic approach has been taken to a quality audit. What do we mean by preparation? Well, it makes sense to assemble as much factual information as possible about the company being audited before going on site. For example, what products are currently being made? If this is a re-audit, have there been any new products introduced since the last audit, or existing products discontinued? Have any areas been built since the last audit, or old areas closed down? Has the headcount changed? Have there been any significant changes in management, particularly in quality leadership? Used later as part of the report, references to batch numbers, procedures, room and equipment identification codes, and dates must all be accurately transcribed into the auditor's notebook. The straightforward form of natural progression is to follow the process flow from the beginning, e.g. starting with the starting materials, to the end or product release and dispatch. The flowchart for this has built-in queries that start with "How are suppliers approved?" and move on through "Are all starting materials classified findings?", one form of which divides the findings into critical, major, and minor observations. A critical finding is one that the author concludes may be more than likely damaging to the patient or to his or her company's commitment to the regulatory agencies. A really critical finding should lead to the immediate cessation of all manufacture and distribution affected by that activity. A major observation could be the absence of a key subsystem within the quality system, but not one which would lead to patient harm.